Good morning, guys. In the last episode, we finally published our first NPM package, React org chart with a really simple API. The link to that package is in the description below. So I hope you enjoyed that video. The org chart looks a little something like this. This is a more extreme example of a pretty complicated tree. But the only thing missing, well, I mean, it's a little ugly still. We've got to fix that up. And it's missing a pretty core component, which is the lines drawn between the different nodes. So we're going to do that today. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. And then we will publish version 1.1 of our React org chart library. So I'm downloading Watch over here. Alright, so Watch should be installed now. Let's see if we can, maybe we have to open up a new terminal. Watch. Let's see. Brew info watch. I'm installing this watch so that we can run npm build. Let's see. So, not installed. So I want to install this watch library because what I've done is we have a local version of our React org chart library, and I linked it so that, okay, there we go, we have watch now. And I'll show you what I did actually. So how about we do link global npm unlink global. So I'm just going to reset everything real quick. Org chart. So now I think we need to go into our college app here. Oops. We don't have npm rm college front. So what I'm doing is I just want to use this local copy of our React org chart so I can develop against it while or locally instead of using the npm module. And then I would have to recompile this guy, I guess, to really show the point. Let's see. Maybe that would be enough. Now, where are we running this? Let's see here. I think this is so with the watch command is going to watch over the directory that we're working in and run a command, and we can specify how often we want the command to run. Okay, so see how now we don't have access to this React org chart library. You guys can see that. And that is because we removed it. And then what I want to do is, we can do it from here, I guess. In my React org chart, I want to npm link React org chart. And that sets up org chart as like a local npm package. And if we go over to here to college front, then we can run npm link college front. And this is our course browser that we're seeing here. And I think I need to, I'm not sure what makes it read that npm package. I might have to restart the process here. So I'm restarting that college front end. And I'm using the college front end to like develop against because we've got like cool way to change the tree in the chart. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got the chart and we're developing against our local version. So if we go to our npm library here, the local copy, I can go into the directory and run watch n for interval 1. So every 1 second, npm run build. And that's going to run this build every second. And we can take a look at our package JSON here. And what build's going to do is it's going to compile this this index JSX, which is in the JSX Harmony language, into JavaScript, so that we can consume it over here in our college app. So let's just test that real quick. I want to, inside of our node component here. Oh wait, we don't even. Let's just put exclamation points after the title real quick and see. Let's try running build manually. Well, that didn't show up. Built module. I'm wondering if I have to. Let's figure out npm link to develop npm package locally. Yeah, you'd think that this would be live right now. It's not. I wonder if there's some kind of caching going on that. So if we, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to see exclamation points here because we made a change in our package in the React org chart package, but we're just not seeing that yet. Oh, we're still not seeing it. Let's take a look inside of our college front and go down to React. Where is it? Here's our library. And okay, this looks like this is not pointing to the right place, huh? So let's, right? Because we have these exclamation points here. And if we look, let's go into our node modules in that college app. And we're going to grep org chart and just see where it's pointing. So it's pointing at this org chart here. So I want to do, I think maybe this. I want to get rid of this React org chart here. And I want to make sure that it's gone because we want to link to our local copy. Right now we're pointing to like a cached copy of the published version on NPM. Okay. Don't know why it would take so long to remove something. Let's see, no such file. Well, how about we just remove React org chart? I want to see, does this file exist? It does not, so that's good. And then I want to go over here. Oh, you know what? I think we did it wrong in the first one, actually. If we go to, so we're in our React org chart. Okay, so we need to remove, I think we accidentally linked the published version here. So I think what we need to do is just run npm link here. And then it says we built this module, and then it says we pointed, now we've pointed our cached version to our local of this library. So now we should be able to run npm link in our college app, npm link React org chart. And now maybe this will work here. You should see exclamation marks. Not quite though. React org chart is pointing here. How about we just we'll just link our project manually and see if that works. And let's see if we see some exclamation points. We don't still. I wonder if this Webpack caches something. Also caches like where the library is stored. Because we should be seeing exclamation marks by now in this title, as long as it's compiled correctly, and it did. Yeah, there they are. Let's see if we can put a question mark there just to Webpack is like caching our somehow I need to tell our build system on the college app not to cache anything. Doesn't compile an npm linked module. I have a package, a path to project, and a dependency that worked well when located. You know what? I guess instead of linking this for now, I'm going to copy out this tree here, and we can work off that, and then maybe come back to this because I want to move and get these lines going. So we can console log. Okay, we're already console logging out the tree. JSON stringify, and this will print out the string of an object literal so that we can use it in our package here. Yeah. So this is the tree. And we can copy this into our example project here. And then we just need to also copy the node component, which is right here. So we're going to change that, and then the tree. And then let's go take a look at that. That's running over here. Yeah, okay, cool. So now we can test against this. So what we need to do is draw lines. I think what we're going to have to add like an additional row to these tables or something to draw the lines. I think eliminating all the space between everything. Maybe not all the space. Let's see. Take a look at this here. So we want to think, how would we draw this line? How would we draw a line from 307 to 301 here? Well, I think we have to add another table row underneath it and split it in half and then draw a line down the middle, possibly. So let's look at that as a possibility. Oh, wait a second. We weren't running watch over here? Oh look, wait, maybe the reason we weren't seeing our question mark a second ago is because I forgot to include call that watch function. Yeah, alright, cool. We can develop against our courses project now. That's better. Oh, except watch is triggering builds all the time. So I want to figure out if we can run watch only if files change. I don't know. It's worth exploring sometime. Probably not now. Yeah, so we're going to put a second table row under each, or above each set of nodes. So if we look into our org chart, we have children, and I think children lines, I think we're going to map the children just like we did for the nodes to these special line node group cell lines. And we're not going to render anything, I think. We'll put line here. So we should see don't like having to run build every time. Maybe we don't. Maybe. Oh yeah, this example is using the same setup here. Oh man. We really need to get watch working whenever the file changes, I think. So we can iterate faster. But we need to print out child lines here, or yeah, child lines. So we print that out right above. And then we have to run build. Yeah, line. But I think we need... So children are table cells. Okay, so yeah, it's a little funky. I think we want to put them in their own table row. Yeah, that's better. And then I think we're going to need to, like I said, split the table cell into 2 pieces. But I'm not sure. Let's figure out how we can draw a line down the middle of the table cell. Horizontal line, now I want a vertical line. What we could do is node group line. I don't know. It's getting gross. So this guy, I think we need to include our style sheets in the library. We didn't do that before. So we need to create a style for this, and I'm thinking if we make it, so go to the styles here. Okay. And if we do width 50% and border right 1 pixels solid black. That might be enough. Maybe we should just watch, and so every 5 seconds we'll run build, and that way that'll give us enough time to get a little feedback on what's going on, but it won't get annoying. Hopefully. Node cell. Node cell group lines are there. Yeah, that's too often. Let's see. Oh, you guys can't see that there. Let's move this. So we should see some lines by now, you'd think, right? This does have a border. Maybe we need to give it a height. Yeah, there we go. So there's our line in the middle. So that's cool. So we just need to give these heights of, let's say, let's give it a height of the same, sort of similar to our nodes here, which are 25. There we go. So now we have lines, we have vertical lines just about figured out. And then, so now comes a tricky part because we need to know whether we should draw lines to the left of this here. See, right here, we should not have a line to the left. We should only have a line to the right. This one should have lines to both the left and the right, and this one should have lines only to the left. And so I guess it's determined on whether or not there's children or siblings, I guess, in here to the right or left. See, these have no siblings, so you would draw no line to the right or left at the top here. These ones do. This one has a sibling, so you would draw... Oh, that's tricky. No, there's no sibling in here, so you wouldn't draw a line. But this one does have a sibling there, so you would draw to the right. Okay. So let's start figuring how that would look. So we're going to define some functions here. Has sibling left. And we'll take a node index maybe, or a child index. So we can take a look so that if the children is an index, an array of the children, say for the first example it has 3 here. So we would say, oh no, let's do right first. Let's work right to left, I guess. Well, it would be working left to right on our chart. If it has a sibling to the right if node.children.length is greater than child index plus 1, because length is a 1 index thing, I think. So I think that's going to be it. So 0 plus 1 is 1, and if we have more than one child, then we know that there will be, because the first one's at 0, if there's more children than just this one, we know that there should be a line to the right. So how do we do conditional classes in React, I guess? How to conditionally apply a class. Oh, okay, it's that easy? Okay, sweet. So I guess we are going to, let's see if we can break the lines here. And make this simpler on the eyes, maybe. So we want to say, okay, no syntax highlighting, or syntax highlighting is not correct for this, so we'll see how this works. So we always want to give this a class, right? And then we also, if has sibling right, we need this index here. So we have the child being passed into our map, and we also need the index. If has sibling right, this child index, we'll just say child index here. then we want to say right line node group line right. Otherwise, we don't do anything. And then we need to run npm run build, and we need to go edit our style sheet here. Border. It's going to be a little different than this, I guess, but we'll see. Because I think we need to draw a separate we need to draw like a table in here almost, because we need another div. Yeah, let's try making this a table maybe. And just one table row. And we'll make a TD, and we'll do class name equals that. And then if it has a right sibling, then we would draw border top or something. Node line border top. Node group line. I don't know. We're gonna have to test this a little bit here. Oh wow, I think that, look, there's our line drawing to the right there. Only for nodes that have siblings to the right. So I don't know if you can see, it's pretty faint. Let me bolden those up a little bit. There we go. See, you can see our lines being drawn here. This one draws to the right, this one draws to the right because there's children to the right, but this one does not draw to the right because there's no children over there. This one has right. Yeah, so it looks like we did that right. Nice and simple. And then let's do the same thing for the left then. And for the left, I guess we would do has sibling left. We conditionally, okay, they use single quotes here. Yeah. So potentially, I kind of want to see this fail real quick, saying missing function, because we haven't built the function yet. It's not though. And that's because I think this is not working. So I don't think that's being interpolated at all. Oh, okay, that's probably what we need to do. We need to put... There we go. That's what we have to do. And now we need to define this has sibling left function. And it's going to be similar in that it takes a child index, but it wants to see if child index is greater than 0, which is the first index in an array, then we know that it has a sibling to the left. I think that's all we need there. So let's build that. I think we lost our vertical line somehow. I think maybe we need to put that in parentheses or something. Somehow we lost our vertical line. We need... There we go. So now we have our vertical line drawing right. Oh snap, look at that. And it draws... It looks like we're drawing all the correct lines now. Now I just need to connect them. See, why is this? Need to figure out why that's not taking up the full space here. Oh, okay, look, we set a width there. TD class. So I think we need to add a node line. I think we need a node line class. That says always width 50%. Let's see if that worked. How big is our table here? We need to make sure our table is width 100%. Node line cell, we'll call that, and node line table %, width. Let's go. I think we can change that to node line cell. We're getting maybe better. No. So this is 100 width. Okay, our node line table. Oh, because this is a table. There we go. And what we can do maybe is actually do that instead. Yeah, there we go. Except why is... Oh. Our styles are getting overwritten here. So this nth child 1, that's too specific. So we need to go into our style sheet, or we need to go find... Is this a CSS? It is. I want to change this to node org node child group. I want to namespace out all of our styles here. I don't think that's going to fly here. So this way these styles don't conflict with others. Org node child group, I think. Maybe that's... Org chart row is not inside of it, I don't think, though. Org chart, and then we've got... Let's see if we just nerfed everything or not. Yeah, we did. Oh, because we need to change child group there to org node child group. And build. There we go, it's looking better. And these are 50% now. Okay, we're looking pretty close here. We need to remove this space in between here. What is it? Table cell. How to remove cell padding with CSS. And that is it called cell spacing? Table border collapse, padding 0. So this is going to all be done. And CSS. Theory. Org node child group. Node line table here. But we still have maybe we need to do this for all of ours. Org chart table. Oh. What was that? I need to get a padding 0. There we go. They're getting. Oh, look, these lines connect just fine, so that's good. I don't know why this line's being drawn over here. Yeah, it looks like our right line here is being drawn even when it shouldn't be. So let's go and figure that out real quick. So we're drawing this has sibling right, node line border top, if so child index in this instance, I would think it would be 0. Let's draw the title, the child index in the table cell to give us a better view of what's going on. And we need to run build. So we can see here that this is 0. Has sibling to the right. And we can, I guess, also add node.children.length. Oh, no, we need the, is it because we need the siblings? We need the parent node, maybe. So we're drawing the children. Ah, okay. Parent. Let's just let's print this out. I think maybe we need to be using the parent children length. Maybe that's what's wrong. So 0 is that index. 1 is the length. And we draw right. We have a sibling right if the children.length is greater than child index plus 1. So that will be, so since children length is 1, some reason we're drawing these lines wrong. No, it's not going to print out booleans. But I mean, this is printing out a border top. Looks like the left one works just fine. We only have to draw right if node.children at length is greater than child index plus 1. So that's child index. Let's just draw this out, I guess. We'll build that. Oh, doesn't like that. Sure. Oops. Doesn't like something. Unexpected token. If 3 is greater than 3. I think we need to enclose this. Yeah, we need to enclose that in some parentheses there. That's what we did. Maybe. Because it was adding node line cell, the string, to the value of sibling right. There we go. Look at that. We drew it. Cool. And we can get rid of all the stuff we added just to debug. Yeah, we were adding a string to a boolean there. And that was causing issue. Cool. Alright, we are very close now. So now, I guess we really need to draw a tick above these two, which kind of sucks. What else do we need to do here? We need to get rid of the space and vertically between these, between here and here. They're all connected horizontally, which is great. So I think we need to add another table row. Where'd this go? This would go below. This would go below each node, maybe. And it's gonna look similar to, this is children lines above, and children lines below. It's gonna look very similar, except we're not going to draw any lines to the right or left. We're only going to draw a tick. Let's just keep that there. Oops. We're just going to draw the middle tick, I guess. And we're going to print that out. So now that we should have a vertical line drawn beneath each cell. Children lines is not defined. Oops. Oh, okay. Above. And it looks like that did not work very well. It did. What did we do here? Let's just go ahead and comment that out right now. I guess we already had all the lines we needed except for this first one for some reason. Let's go ahead and we're drawing down. All right. I don't know what we do about this here, this little connector, but maybe we should get rid of all the space in between these here first. So I think org chart table and org chart TD, they all need to have no padding. Okay, these have margin around them. That's what's causing those not to be connected. So we can get rid of those margins now that we have the lines drawn. Yeah. Org chart node, no more margin. And now, where is that? It's like a tiny bit of margin beneath. What else do we have? Oh, org chart row has some margin there. That didn't quite get us all the way though. What else do we have? We have org node chart child group with margin. There we go, that removed that. Then we also probably need to remove our borders everywhere, except for the nodes. We can keep the line borders. There we go, starting to look pretty good. We've got some other styles in here causing this these lines, I think. What's going on here? Why does this have a... These have lines here. It looks like. Border right. Oh. Something's got a border. Oh. No, it's not that. Border color gray on tables. That's just the user agent style sheet, huh? Damn. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't use, maybe we should use like a table cell display option instead of using actual tables and stuff, but I don't know, who knows. Okay, so what we want to do, again, we need to draw that line below. So this, look at the lines. The lines are looking pretty good here, guys. It's starting to look like an org chart for sure. But we need to draw ticks below each of our cells. So let's bring this guy back in and see how far off we are again. Okay, yeah, so we're drawing these lines, but for whatever reason we're not seeing it. So this doesn't have cell lines above it. So we render the children of the tree. And we render the, no matter what, we render the lines above. Oh, the lines below actually need to go There, maybe. This is lines above children. That's lines below cell. Huh. Yeah, so we need that to be, so what is really going on is this is children lines above, this is node lines below, node line below, because all we need to do really is draw one line. So we're just putting this in the wrong space. Let's run that again. Much better. And I guess we need to make sure we only... How do we know to draw below the parent? Why is... Oh, because this is going to be static, huh? Maybe? Node lines below. There's no children being mapped here. This is just... All we need is a table. Let's see. From right here. All we need is a table. We just need one of these. We don't need to do it for each child. We just need one. Split right down the middle. Close. Accept. Accept what? Now this table. Let's remove the column span on here and see if that will stretch out. I don't know why we had that call span in the first place. Forgot. Not quite. So now, do we put a width 100 on that? That shifts everything around. That's not what we want. What if we make... I want to test something real quick. I want to see if we set that call span to 6. And we build again. No, that didn't do it. Wow, okay. Oh. Well, I also put that in the wrong place. No, it's not quite in the middle yet. But I want that to be 6. I want to experiment to see if we set that call span to 6, because there's 3 children nodes of call span 2. Oh, it goes right in the middle there. So what we need to do is find the call span. So we want to set a call span of the children, the number of children, node.children.length times 2. And that way, that's why we have that call span there in the first place, probably. So let's see, is something else? Yeah, so C, I don't know. And we only want to render this if there are children. So let's also if node.children.length is greater than 0, then we render that. Let's build it up. We don't have any examples of nodes with 2 children here, but that's okay. We'll fix that. All right, all of our lines are drawn perfectly, I would say, except there's a little line. There's a line somewhere below our node here that we're going to have to get rid of. Oh, that is it. Hey, our node has padding, and that's causing it. It's pretty weird. The padding is causing this. Yeesh. Oh, it changes depending on how much padding we give it. That's gross, but I don't know if we're going to be able to fix that. I want to know why this is colored. Let's go delete all our other style sheets. Oh, it'd be like this stuff. Okay. Get rid of all that. There we go. That fixed everything up. Let's refresh real quick, see what this looks like. Yeah, so it looks like for whatever reason we have, I think the padding affects the padding below or something, or the margin below with these table rows. If we give our nodes like a little bit more padding, then we don't see that line. So I'm gonna, for now, just set that padding to 4 pixels, and I think we'll call it a day on that one. This is looking real clean. Let's check with some other classes to see if this works well. Let's look at some other subjects. Let's see, is this Latin? No, whoa, that's not good. That one doesn't look good. Well, looks like it only works with the category we were just working on. I need to find the class with some prerequisites. Chemistry, maybe. Philosophy. Something breaking. Yeah, something not right's going on. See if we're getting any error output in the console. Each child in our iteration, yeah, that's fine. What is going on here? So the structure of this class, it has 1 prerequisite. And that prerequisite has no prerequisites. So we're just going to figure out. This has a call span of 6 somehow. Do we still have that number hard-coded? Node cells all have a call span of 6. I don't know why they would. Alright, I want to go back to that really simple. Let's just think here. Where are we doing all this call span stuff? So if node.children.length times 2 is our call span, I guess each node should have a call span of 2, you would think. right? I don't know. It's a little weird. Kind of want to try removing all the call span stuff and see if it still works okay. Yeah, our lines are all messed up now. Child lines above, call span 2. Maybe I don't know. I'm kind of guessing right now on this call span thing. Well, most of the lines are connected now. Let's go back. Let's revert back to when this is working. Yeah. So it works for our initial class, the finance 480, if we do this. And I think that's because we set one of the call spans to 6. So see, all the lines here are drawn perfectly. But so we have this call span being node.children.length times 2, also known as 6. Okay, so maybe we need to have this same call span here where we're also using 6. And let's build real quick. Let's see, oh, obviously that's still going to work, but let's try changing classes now to, where's that management class we saw? I just need another class. Let's do like English 102. I think that obviously requires English 101. Okay, this is, it's better, but it's not quite right. We want this to be drawn directly below. This div, okay, so the table cell looks like it's being drawn correctly. Except, I wonder what would happen if we just centered that div inside of its parent. Maybe we could do that. So that fixes it for the single, but does it... Let's do this for all these. So we're going to center each div inside of these node group cells here. Width is going to be 50%. Margin 0 auto. And so everything still works with our initial one, and if we go to English 102, no, that doesn't work anymore, does it? Didn't get our style changes though. Did we break something? That's a node group cell. That's the div. I'm just setting the background blue to this element so I can see if changes are even registering. I don't know, we'll restart the Webpack server here, see if our changes will start populating. That's TD node group cell. That's TD node group cell. Nope. Org up. Where are we here? Just in the wrong place. Org node child group. Org chart tables right there. I think we're in the wrong. Oh, duh. God. Yeah, we're in the wrong style sheet here, guys. Whoops. And of course, that's going to be blue now. Yeah. So now we're centering our divs. And it's a little weird still. Let's see if English 102 still looks good. Out of that. English 102 looks all good though. Let's see, so what's wrong with this? So these need to all just be shifted over left a little bit. They are centered, but they're... Oh, it's these guys that need to be shifted over left, maybe. TD node group cell div. Maybe we just need direct siblings or something. What was the direct sibling? Was it that one? Yeah, there we go. At least that doesn't... Yeah, we're so close so far. So I'm gonna say this doesn't work very well. Looks better like this, at least for this. So why wouldn't English 102 work here? Oh, it does work. Wait. All right. No, it doesn't. That is because so the parent node is in a table row that has a column span of 2, and then this has a separate table node child group. What if we just had one? We didn't do the group, maybe? What if we just... Let's see. Let's leave a comment here. What if we just rendered one child here? Node component node. Yeah, what if we did the exact same thing as we did for the parent. Node.children.length. Oh, we're not inside of the JSX syntax there. Equals 1. Then that. Otherwise, it'll be null. And then, yeah, maybe that'll be better. Are our lines being drawn correctly? The lines are being drawn correctly. So if child does not equal, if child equals null, then we're going to draw children. Otherwise, we're going to draw child. And we need to build. So now let's take a look at English 102. Whoa, that's not right. Take a look at English 102. English 102 comes up correctly. But we didn't draw. We didn't draw our lines here because we didn't do any recursion. Yeah. If node.children.length equals 1, we still need to draw those children, I guess. So we either draw a child or children. Let's take a look at some other classes really quick. Yeah, that threw it off more than it helped, I think. Plus it makes it more complicated. So I don't really like that. So, yeah, let's go back. Go back to where everything was working. And now let's go take a look at our English 102. Let's see what we can do to accommodate this case. So why is this one centered just fine? Because it's 100% width, but this one is not. What's giving this 100% width here? The org node child group has text align center on it. This is a div, but what if that was, what if it was a table cell? Why is this div here in the first place, I guess, is what I want to know. Node group cell. It's around the children. So that, maybe we could get rid of that div there. Everything still looks fine for our Finance 480. At least the div is gone now. And what if I did text align center right there? No. Need to figure out how to align that, I guess. Oh, that kind of worked. If I gave margin 0 auto, oh, what was that? What did I just do? Margin 0 auto to the org node org chart table. That fixed it for one case at least. Let's see if that fixes things. Org chart, wrong CSS here. Org chart table with margin 0 auto to center it. And everything works with our first case. Works with courses with only one prerequisite. Women's study, ooh, it works for 2. It works for those with only 2 prerequisites. Women's studies. Let's see. Econ, none of these have prerequisites, I think probably because something's not right. Oh, did we blow up the server? Just no prerequisites for those. Like prerequisite, yeah, okay. So far, we've seen no errors now that we're centering our tables. Oh, look at that, guys. I think we're in business. Yeah. Cycling through all these classes, I think we're good. Let's take a look at our example. Oh, well, no, we can't take a look at our example. It's going to be fine, though. Yeah, I think we did it, guys. We have a working org chart, and it looks great. I don't know what else needs to be done. These node cells, I want people to individually style them, so I don't think we need to do much there. All we need to do is package up the style sheet with the NPM package so that people don't, or so that people have these available to them. So let's delete all this here. Node line table, keep that, I guess. Do we need that though? Yes, yes we do. We're gonna need all these styles. The border we need. And people can override these styles if they want to, which is great. I think we need to make sure everything's namespaced so that these styles don't conflict with any others. So we're going to call this class name, instead of org chart, we're going to call it React org chart, since that's the name of the library. Yeah, like that. And we're going to namespace everything. And this way our styles don't conflict with the styles Okay, none of these don't need them. Of anybody using our library. So just cleaning this up here. Okay, I just want to compile, make sure everything builds, or it looks good. Refresh, 102, there it is, things are fun. I think we can get rid of the border of the node. Does display need to be inline block? I think it does for centering purposes. We're going to get rid of the border around the node because we're going to let people implement that themselves. So why is that border still there? Are we not compiling or something? Are we in the wrong style sheet? We are. We need to get rid of that. This org chart row and org chart child group, we can get rid of those. So now we have a pretty solid namespaced. Something was not right there. Oh, that's why. That was right. Maybe we should leave that on by default. I think we should, otherwise it's going to confuse people. We are going to leave the border around everything by default. So, shout out to Sam, by the way, who is the 40th subscriber. Sam, if you're watching, thanks, buddy. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We are good. The title's showing up just fine, I think. Oh, we need to... Alright, so now I want to package these styles inside of our React module here, or our NPM module. So we're going to just call that index.css, I guess. Maybe. And we're going to see everything should be broken. And now we're going to import that in our project. Import, how do we require? Okay, all we need to do is run import React org chart / styles or index.css. And there are our styles. So now they're included with the library out of the box. And we're going to need to reflect that. That's going to have to be reflected in our example project here. So we're not going to have that there. Delete anyway. We are going to, well, maybe we'll not delete that file. Undo. Yeah. We're just going to delete all the contents in there for now. And we need to import that. So we're going to do import React org chart / styles, index.css. And we've also made some changes here, I guess. Let's remove our changes. Yeah. So we were testing, while we were testing things, we added some changes here. I'm just going to go ahead and clean that up. And then we're going to need to re-add that import CSS line. And what else do we need to do? Let's take a look at what we've done here. So we've changed index.js and index.jsx. All these changes look good. Let's go into the file, the JSX file, make sure we don't have any warnings. Unresolved function required, can't do anything about that. Unresolved variable type module, we can't do anything about that. So I'm going to go ahead and add index.js and index.jsx. In fact, I'm going to run build one last time. And nothing changed, so we're good. I'm going to add the index.css here. And we're going to make sure that our style sheets are there in the example, and they are. So I'm checking each individual file to make sure that everything looks good before I commit with git diff. We deleted all the styles there because we don't need them. Let's do, let's go into our example here, npm rm. We're going to do the link thing again here. We're going to remove React org chart from our example. And we're going to do npm link React org chart. And in theory, that's going to link our local React org chart. And let's see if the lines are drawn in our example project now. And if they are, we're going to push this up to npm and call it a day, which will be cool. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the show, as always, click the red subscribe button below. It's pretty cool. Share the videos with your friends. Feel free to use the source code as you see fit. Start a company with it. I don't care. It's all yours. I do this for you guys. It's really fun, and I'm having a good time doing this. Yeah, that's taking a little too long here. Yeah, and on port 301. If you guys have any suggestions, you can always leave a comment below or send me a DM if you can do that on YouTube. I don't know, I'm still getting used to the YouTube interface. I'd love to make videos by suggestion. I've already done a couple videos at user request. So if you have one, if you have some homework you want done at school, or if you want to have an open source library reviewed or something like that, feel free to suggest it, because let's see here, what's going on here. npm run start. Oh, let's see, npm run build, is that a thing? Thought I saw some error output here. Something is already running. I wonder if symlinking to itself is causing some issues or something. Well, yeah, we'll undo this. Let's commit this up. Git commit draw lines between nodes, and we'll get we're going to tag it. Well, we won't tag it version 1.1 yet. Let's just run npm publish real quick. Oops, npm publish. And let's see if we can't, we need to tag it real quick. I don't know why I'm incrementing the version number here by only odd numbers. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I remember doing that from something else. Draw lines between nodes. And then we're gonna get push origin tags so that GitHub knows about the new tag. And then we're gonna do publish. npm run publish. What? Missing script publish. Lies. Maybe it's just npm publish. Aha. No. Failed put. Do we need a login? Oh, no, we need to bump the version number in here. Darn it. Yeah, so you need to bump the version in the package JSON file, I guess. Now maybe we can run publish. Yeah. And then let's go into our example project here. Change the version of React org chart required. Example. npm rm React org chart. It's already in there. And then we will npm install React org chart. Hopefully it picks the right version now. And we can go confirm that if we look in the directory that it's being installed to, which is React org chart. It's not there yet. Should see it in there in a second. All right. It should. Maybe we need, well, it should be in there by now. Now find the declaration to go to though. Yeah, run on another port, don't care. Looking for debugger output. Module not found. Yeah, it doesn't see it. Maybe we'll just clone a fresh copy of this. Let's go to GitHub. And we will clone this down. Let's kill any running instances of this as well. We're going to go into example. Sorry, I guess we're going to go into there. And we're going to go into example. We're going to run npm install. And that should install React org chart in theory. Cannot resolve module React org chart. Oh, it's called index.css. that would do it. Maybe. Let's peek out. Let's open up our app.js file here really quick. We named this wrong. I don't know if that was causing this to break before. So let's try running start again. Let's see if this works. There we go, compiled successfully. Can't read the property length of undefined. Oh man. So our example's broken. So let's work on that then. That's a bummer. What do we do here? Load. Let's close out of the what we were working on. Let's see. So in our app.js, and this is in the new one, we need to import React org chart / index.css. Let's run this. Make sure we're in the right directory here. Yeah, this is the new instance, the new clone of our org chart. Doesn't want to run start. We need to go into example here. npm run start. I think we're going to need to set our language level in our IDE to Harmony because right now IDE is complaining about a lot of things. Okay. Starting on 3000. Module not found. React org chart / index.css. And let's go see why that is. It's finding React org chart. Oh, index.css is not in here. We're on version 0.0.1 here. So our example project needs to require the latest version or something like that. Oh, okay, there we go. We're going to need to install npm install React org chart. We need to bump the version. Right now it's on 0.0.1 for some reason. So I bumped the version in the package JSON for our example project up to the latest version. And eventually, at the end of this run, I'm going to bump this to version 1.0.0, I think. Maybe. Wow. This, everything's choking up right now. Streaming video. This is like a 5-year-old laptop. It's handling this like a champ, but it's not as fast as I'm used to anymore, unfortunately. So what do you guys think about the videos? I mean, is there anything you guys want to see? Tell me in the comments. Oh, who's reading through the JFK files today? Those are coming out. Big dump on the JFK assassination official from the US government, so that might be interesting to check out if you guys are into that kind of thing. Okay, so now in theory we've got React org chart 0.0.7 npm start. these work already. Updating the examples just about as much work as updating the library. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so we've got some issues. How's child being undefined here? It's saying node line below React create element. We did not forget to do like npm run build, did we? Because that would be pretty crummy. Okay, why? It's saying children are not there. So I want to see if build produces any changes. Just in the example, it looks like no changes to this. Org chart render children. I'm not seeing our changes here. We don't see any of the changes here actually. We're on tag 0.0.3 for some reason. Git pull origin master. Did we forget to push up master from our other? So in WebStorm projects, we've got this. Maybe we did. Still nothing changed. Let's look at our node modules file here. Go look at our React org chart library. I don't know what's causing this to break here. So yeah, so we have our changes in here. They're probably reflected in here. Sometimes we don't see the child here. Node children or empty array, so it wouldn't. Oh. Where else are we mapping here? Okay, you know what? If we don't have the children object, that's what it is. I think I've got it. So anytime we access this node children is an optional field. So we're gonna need to stub it if it doesn't exist. So anytime we're using node children, it has to be referenced like this inside of a parentheses with an or empty array. So if that node children doesn't exist there, then it will just use an empty array. Children, node.children, and we are going to maybe replace all instances of node.children with that. Let's see though. So this first one we can replace. The second one, are we in index.js right now? I want to do this in the JSX. So we're going to replace that. because children might not exist. In our other app that we were developing against, children always existed because of the way the API was set up. But here, that's just not the case. So let's see, index.js. Let's check our app.js really quick and make sure we're including the right. So this should be index.css, not that. So let's cut a release. Check our changes really quick, I guess. So we bumped that version. I also want to, so we want to bump the version in the example to 9, and we want to bump the version in the package JSON to 9 as well. And so all of our changes here, React scripts, changes, oddly enough, I don't think that matters. It's a deb dependency. And then we changed all of our usages of no.children to no.children or empty array. And I bumped the version. Just keep using the same commit message for now. Get tag to .9. Get push origin master tags. And then we're going to run npm publish. And we're going to go into our example, and we're going to npm install React org chart so it gets the latest version 0.0.9 that we just published. And there, we're at 0.0.9 now. Let's rerun the console, or rerun the development server. I want to see an example here. And there it is. We've got our example. Oh, we left that on accident. Whoops. So we need to go and edit our, in the title we left this. I don't even think we should include a title. That can be left up to something else. That can be left up to whoever's or wherever we're implementing this guy. There's no need for that here. So I'm also going to have to remove that from here. Where are we using the title? So the title's gone from there, and we need it gone from our example. And let's see, for our example, let's just style it up real quick. Let's do let's give our nodes a special class. So our node component's right here, class name. Oh, I hope node's not included. It is. I think, if we got rid of that, is that going to cause us, is that going to be bad? I want to see really quick, because we shouldn't have to require that class name. No, everything still draws properly. Cool. So we'll just give it class name my node, or let's call it initech node. And let's define some styles for that. Border solid pix. We'll call it red. 3 pix red. Give it a border radius of 3 pixels. give it a padding of 5 pixels. Let's see how that looks. Okay, the width's not quite right. Let's give it a width of 150 pixels. I think they should be fixed width. Display inline block. And what else can we do? We should draw. We should definitely draw some, or change the line color to match. And so I'm going to copy these styles here. And I'm going to make the border match. And we'll delete these. Except this isn't exact enough, so we need to go into here. Can we give it an ID of Initech org chart? Oops. And see if that's specific enough to change our lines. No. And why is that? Shouldn't have to use important. Really. Why aren't these lines turning red, guys? React org chart. Maybe that doesn't work. There we go. Now we have red lines being drawn. Let's adjust the padding. This is going to be our picture for our demo. So we want it to look good. There it is. Padding's a little weird still. Yeah, occasionally you get one line in between. I don't know. That'll be maybe a bug fix with pushing. It's occasionally there's like 1 pixel line padding between the line here, or margin between the line and the table cell. So we're gonna have to get rid of that, but whatever. Then I think we're good. Let's make this window a little smaller. Look, it's nice and it's not quite it's not responsive, but it looks good on all screen sizes until you get too small at least. So let's take a screenshot real quick of our, maybe not quite so tall on the screenshot. Yeah, there we go. Nice and even, professional. And let's go ahead and update our README. So a cool way I found to upload images with GitHub instead of paying to upload an image or whatever is you go over here to issues and you can create a new issue. And then I'll just drag that screenshot into here. And now it's hosted. Just like that. So then we can go over to, we'll just copy this. We don't need to save the issue or anything. And we go to the README, edit that README straight in GitHub, and we'll replace our image there. Preview the changes. Yep, so we're deleting that, adding that. Commit the changes. We're gonna need to implement perhaps for our example we should have a second one with another child or something like that. So for Peter Gibbons, we'll give Peter Gibbons a child, just so people know how to work this thing, of and more. How to build a complex tree. Enjoy. And then let's see how that looks. Yeah, so it rendered just fine. We're going to use that instead. So that's just more useful. I mean, people need to see that you can do those multi-level, I guess. So we go over here, create an issue, new issue, drag that guy over here. Oops, I don't know which one it is anymore, so drag that guy over here. Copy. Oh, whoops. Whoa. And we will update this guy, the readme again, with this example. So that goes right there. And then, so we're going to create that. We're going to do the example project there. And then we also need to copy this new tree over. We want our example to be current. Got indented a little more than I want. Define a React component for the nodes which receive each node. I don't think that changed, but just in case, we'll copy that over. And then we've got to do the indent thing there. And then we don't need a title. All that stays. Let's see. We need to add like installation steps now. Import JavaScript and CSS. And you do that just like that. And then we'll also add a section on customizing styles. Simply wrap your org chart in a div with an ID and define styles like this. And then CSS. And let's see what that looks like. So we have our new org chart, installation, import JavaScript and CSS. That's good. Create the org chart tree. It shows how to create it with children like this. Define a React component. That shouldn't have changed. Add the org chart. Simply wrap your org chart in a div with an ID and define styles like this. And the example project style sheet, which isn't there just yet, but it's going to be git pull origin master. And then all I want to do, I want to publish this, make sure everything works, and if it does, we're going to deploy version 1.0 right now, guys. So just publishing this version to test everything. We need to go into our our example project and install the newest version of React org chart. It doesn't like that. No compatible version found. React org chart 0.0.11. Although, should be. Maybe it didn't. Cannot publish over the previously published version, so I think some kind of cache needs to be cleared. Something along those lines. We're going to just specifically say install that version here. And it looks like it's finding it. And let's take a look at our example. Let's just run the example. See that it looks how we want it to. And if it does, we're going version 1.0, guys. And it does. Let's just open up a new window here. Looks good. Cool. So here we go. So we're going to tag this version. We need to bump the version numbers in both our example project and our package JSON for the project itself. And we're going to do git commit m version 1.0.0 git push origin master and tags. Just to make sure, we're going to git push origin master, and we're going to run npm publish. And version 1.0 is going to be available to use for other people. So let's pull that version into our project. Let's go into that college project again. And we are going to do npm remove save React org chart. Taking its time here. And then I want to run this college front project to see that it's broken, basically. Yep, we want to run it on another port. And we should see that we can't find the source code eventually. Once this finishes loading. Yep, can't find it. It's not there. Now we're going to do run npm install save React org chart. That's our library at 1.0.0. 1.0.0. Yeah. That's going to pull it down. And with a little luck, things are going to work now. I think maybe need to rerun. Yeah, need to rerun our server. Just want to make sure that we do have that in here in our node modules. React, we have so many dependencies. Yeah, we do. Look, there it is. And now, I mean, we can style this as we see fit, I guess. Yeah, everything looks great. Let's just check those edge cases again real quick, make sure everything looks good. Yeah, there we go. Or all of our cases, I guess I should say. Yeah, look at that. Cool. So we're good to go, guys. Thanks for watching. I think we did some good things today. We finally published version 1.0 of our first NPM module that we've released. Hopefully some people use this because it took us about 6 hours or so to get this far with this project. So hopefully this saves some people some time, and they like what they can do with this. So there we are. We've created our own React org chart. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe below, please. If you want some new videos, or if you've got an idea for a specific video, comment below, and I will definitely consider it, and probably, unless it's a topic that I don't want to work on, which I'll let you know why I don't want to work on that if that's the case, we'll go ahead and build a video. I'm pretty much looking for videos right now. If I don't get any suggestions, I'm just going to go on to the next random idea I have, so which will be fun anyways. But thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.